On last week's episode, we traveled over to the West Coast where my buddy Cole shot his personal biggest fish ever. We brought it back to the hunting cabin and cooked up a killer meal. Now we're heading back to my home waters off the jet ski, and we're getting into some land and sea adventures. Also, stick around to the end for this massive giveaway. We're out on the jet ski, but I'm gonna roll back on footage last night where I was archery hunting and I got into something crazy, so let's check that out. I shot top down. I had to get into the vitals. Wait, there's blood. I don't know if it went all the way through, but I figured I was close enough. We're about to find out. All right, so this is the trail the guy ran. And I see my luminoc lighting up over there, so my arrow's gotta be over there, or at least the knock fell out. Here's my arrow. Snapped off in him. It's never good. Not a ton of blood, but that doesn't mean he ain't. That doesn't mean he ain't here. I've yet to see blood, but I'm just following this trail. I'm pretty sure this is the one he took. And he was just hauling butt on this. These are some hardy critters. I'm just gonna keep following this trail. It heads into the woods and it dries up there. So hopefully that'll be where I might find him. Dude, patience prevail. We just gave up. We were searching all through this like thick stuff. And I was like, you know what? David, both he and I heard it, just one palmetto crash. So it must have just cut through and crashed and came out on this side. And there he is. Dude, that's a big hog. That's a pretty big hog. Dang.
That's a beast, dude.
That's a big hog, dude. Uh-oh, what did I do?
We gotta drag this thing out of here?
God dang it, dude. What did I do? Maybe I can gut him. Woo.
Oh, you got no gloves, man.
I ain't got nothing.
That's gonna be nasty.
No,
the two of us can drag him out. Let's tie up the feet. And
yeah, let's do it. I got some line. Why did I do this?
Don't you wish we shot another one?
I asked David, I was texting, I was like, dude, if I see another one, you want me to schwack it? He's like, hell yeah. And I was like, dude, you can replace those broadheads. These rank boar hogs are priceless. Dude, all right, it's working. Look, you can see it. We got ropes strapped to, or strings. We got paracord strapped to both of us and strapped to the hog. So we're sharing the load, and thank God it's wet out here, so he's just sliding across the ground. We gotta hike.
Imagine doing this by yourself.
Oh, you wanna go to the left?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. All right, so we did it. Dude, look at the size of this thing.
Look at that gut.
Look at the size of this thing. Dude, kind of get next to it. Get next to this. Give this thing perspective. This thing is a monster. Look at the size of this thing. Dude, this thing is easy 200 pounds.
Definitely.
Easily a 200 pounder. This is probably one of the biggest public land hogs I've ever shot, but we got to get it loaded on the tailgate. We're gonna actually put it up on this hill and then back the tailgate right up to it, so it's only like a 6-inch lift rather than a 2-foot lift. It's gonna take everything we got though, but we're gonna make it happen. Guys, that was wild, and it has been nonstop all weekend. I got my boy Jake already in the water. He's letting me suit up. We're gonna punch offshore. We're gonna dive some deep wrecks. We don't know what we're gonna get into. Fingers crossed we get dinner. I'm gonna roll on some voiceovers. I'm gonna take you guys with me for this little after mission, and I'll see you guys down below. All right, you guys, welcome underwater and welcome to the voiceovers. And this is Jake's camera. Now I'm still in the jet ski, kind of prepping and getting ready, and he decides to make a quick little recon drop. I'm most excited to take you guys on this days because it's a very different type of diving. You can see the visibility is not that great, but a huge school of permit come into him. And you see, once he swings his gun, the permit just kind of go the opposite directions. And now, if he was a little bit more calm and didn't really show him much attention and just kind of veered their direction, he might have had better luck. But either way, that's a really good sign to start the day. And he comes up and gives me the little scouting report.
Like they're swimming up to me right here.
Now that I'm in the water, it is go time, and this is Jake's cameras. It's his viewpoint, and I wanted to give him the first drop, especially because he spotted the fish first. So because the water's super murky, I decided to make a drop a little bit behind him. And usually it's not good when two people do drops together, but in a situation like this, I thoroughly believe that if obviously he took the drop probably maybe 20 seconds earlier than I did, and I'm hovering above him, if he comes into any issues, I'll have enough time to go grab him and retrieve him, or just break the surface and be at the surface at the same time as him with no issues. This nice lemon shark came in, and you could just see the ocean is just teeming with life. And I don't know if the bad visibility has something in correlation with that, but the water was just a little funky. The current wasn't ripping. There was actually almost no current, but the life was popping off. And usually it's the opposite, but you really can't tell, you know, with the ocean. It's so unpredictable. But on his way up, I decide to head all the way up to the surface. So I'm there to safety him, and he spots this huge permit, and this thing just takes off. It starts spooling him, and luckily he has his gun attached to his belt reel. It slipped out of his hands. He grabbed a hold of the gun again, and now I'm right there next to him, grabbing him to fight the fish so he can make it to the surface and not have any issues. So we go ahead and fight this thing all the way up, and something grabs a hold of it down deep. So I'm gonna let this clip play out, and long story short, we just try to rip this thing up as fast as we possibly can. And then the next clip I have, I shut my GoPro off, the next clip I have is of him horsing him up, and I'm trying to get a backup shot in this fish as soon as possible. And I didn't even notice it because our adrenaline was pumping, but look at the top of this fish, and we talk about it when we get to the surface.
Good job, dude. That was a cool ass dive. I had a lemon shark swim right for you.
I was right behind you. I was right above you.
Oh,
there you go.
Oh, by the door.
Woo! That is what we were talking about. Look at that. Something tried to eat him. You can see that. I tried to get down there as quick as I can. I was hovering just above Jake because the viz isn't great. So I was just trying to keep him in my sight. I was on my way up, he was on his way up, and then all of a sudden he stopped and spun his gun, ripped into this guy. And I kind of knew what he shot. Those are teeth marks. That's a shark. A shark got a piece of him. Luckily, we ripped him away. When you're over here, offshore, super far offshore, you have to rip the animals up. I'm gonna show you how this Buffalo Gear fish bag, this thing is badass, and link is in the description below. Highly suggest getting them if you have a boat, jet ski, anything, or even if you're just hunting, you can throw your meat in there. I'm gonna switch to my head mount, and I'm gonna show you how we get this guy on ice. Get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead, oh, look at this. This thing stows. So you got these. So I'm only gonna open it up halfway because that's what we need. Ew. If we get a wahoo or something, I'll have to unfold it, or a cobia. Got my fresh thing of ice. fine for now. And then I'll pull them over here. I'll bungee to this side of the ski. Got that guy. Might get an extra one just in case. Won't hurt. Again.
Yeah, I got a stupid question.
What?
You got a screw and a screwdriver?
No. Why? Here we go. Ready to rock and roll, bro.
Now that we know the water is popping off with life, we are excited to get back in, and this is my GoPro. So go ahead and get ready. Countdown's coming up. You're gonna hold your breath with me on this drop. And trust me, you're not gonna wanna miss this one. Once we start seeing the bait show up, that's when I know I'm on a good area of the wreck and it's a good time to make a drop. And that's usually a really good rule of thumb. If you see bait popping off at the surface, you know there's going to be life below, and that's exactly what happens on this drop. I go down, land right on top of 2 permit. There's one that's massive above it, and I shoot the smaller one. And there's a good thing I did, because this thing is huge, and I had a little bit of a muzzle wrap at the beginning, but the reason I did is because I had that little floating beacon with me that in bad viz, I always think it's great to have so that my buddy divers can see me. Jake gives me the okay, and I pretty much am very confident on my shot, and I just get to the surface and tell him to fight off any sharks.
Just watch for sharks. That's a good one. Woohoo! I wonder whose is bigger. Here, grab this right here and pull. I'm gonna shove this in here. Yeah, you're good, you're good. There we go. Pull this ice out.
Fucking smoking giant.
Oh, you have to pull your fucking spear through, don't you?
Yeah.
Shit. Or you,
Or I can cut it right now.
or no, untie the bowline.
That's yours, that's yours.
Yeah, just untie the bowline. Yeah, bro. Easy to untie, but they never come undone.
Yeah, show me how to...
You have this little thing. Just pull, pinch, and pull that loop over. It loosens up. And I got a glove on and I can do it.
Yeah, I was about to say, it really is that simple to take off. Holy shit. You might have me beat with your knot, I ain't gonna lie.
Hold your shot.
Yep.
I don't know which one is which.
Yeah, that's me.
It's all wrapped up. There we go.
You got your spear out already?
Yeah. All right. Here's.
Here, wait, I do some magic.
We're not gonna be able to do this too many more times.
Yeah, I know. I can always cut it and strip it back.
Yeah. I'll get it. Right? Alright, you're good. Alright, you're good.
Already?
Yeah.
You did that quick?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Dude, it's such an easy knot to tie.
You guys, that is what I'm talking about. Got our limit on permit. We are absolutely stoked. Anything else is going to be a bonus, but we're going to keep getting after it. Hopefully get some snapper, get maybe a cobia or wahoo or kingfish. Who knows what we're going to get into, but I'll see you guys down below at the next spot. So the gun I'm using is the Rob Allen 120 roller. This is the carbon barrel, and I made a little adjustment. I went ahead and had an assist loop on the muzzle, so I don't have to use a load assist. So I'm gonna go ahead and make a drop here, and whenever the viz is bad and the current is non-existent, I love making drops to the top of the wreck. So that's what I do on this dive. I have a really good breathe up. I kind of vaguely can make out the wreck from the surface, so I know I'm right on top of it, and I also have my dive watch so I can really pinpoint exactly where I am. We do have our limit on permit, so that's really not the goal, but I know that cobia really like to circle and cruise around the wreckage, so I'm just gonna go to the top and just sit. Maybe hope a cubera or grouper or something might get curious and stick its head out of the wreck. And I feel really good on this dive, so I just decided to sit on the top of this structure. I do a little bit of grunting, really hoping that brings in something. And you guys know I like to show you my failures as well as my successes. And that's what happens on this drop. I don't see anything of great value on this dive, so I wanted to at least come up with something. Took a shot at one of those mangroves. It was about a 15-inch mangrove, and those guys are so darty that I'm kind of glad I missed. And whenever I shot, I quickly pulled my gun because I know that there could be a Goliath sitting in the wreck, and you'll see in the future why I did that. But nothing on this drop, but don't go anywhere. This next one is intense.
I think it's time to go retrieve the jet ski.
Huh?
I think we should go retrieve the jet ski.
Okay.
I was trying to shoot one of those mangroves.
Oh, dude, there was a couple of like medium, smaller dogs, and I really want one of those fat yellowtails on there. Though. That's what I really want.
I didn't see any dogs.
Yeah, there's two dogs right below where you were sitting on the top of that, where the hole is on the outside. There's two swimming right in front of the hole.
Shit, I didn't see them. I would have probably shot them.
This is the drop of the day, so go ahead and hold your breath with me. Now, I wasn't exactly sure where I was dropping. I just know I saw some bait, and I'm so glad I went ahead and went down because there was an incredible amount of life on this drop, and I know I had to push through all of it to get to the bigger fish, and boy, did we find the bigger fish, and even bigger fish than we really wanted to. So you see this huge school of chubs, and I'm really searching inside of them, seeing if there's any cuberas mixed in with them, and sure enough, down below them were like a school of massive yellow jacks, and it was only a school of two, and I shot the smaller of the two, and this thing was an absolute giant, and I decided to grab the line, start to fight him, and he was peeling line off, and I could not stop him, and sure enough, the Goliaths were all over him, and I was so shocked because these things followed this sucker all the way to the surface. Thank God Jake was there to help me fight it up, and these things are taking swipes at this fish, but I think it's too big to actually fit in their mouths. But they start coming up, and I start screaming at them to try to get them off of my fish. I didn't think they were ever going to stop.
Wow! Woo! What a monster!
I don't know how did that. Woo! Oh my God. Oh, how we just landed that.
That was crazy.
Oh, dude, 3 Goliaths after it.
I know.
And they were huge.
Monster.
Woo! Holy shit. I don't know how we just landed that, bro.
Good job, bro.
That is not a small yellow jacket.
No. Like a huge one. Here you go.
Nice.
Jack, that thing's so big, bro. I thought that thing was a fucking amberjack for real. Oh my God.
I think it's huge.
That's a legal size amberjack.
Easy. That's probably my biggest yellow jack I've ever
That's a
shot.
stud, bro.
Woo! That's awesome. Look at the size of that thing. Holy smokes, dude.
Nice job, bro.
That's awesome. Hell yeah. That's freaking sick. I cannot believe we landed him with
Dude,
all those.
honest to God. Oh. I was gonna like turn back, but I like. Oh.
Woo! Look at the size of that.
Yeah, dude, hold that shit real, bro.
Holy crap. Bro, that is one of my
That is a monster.
Woo!
True monster.
More got caught in here.
Did he? No way, that's awesome.
That was so intense. Look at the size of this yellow jack. This is look at my hand. That thing is a monster. That's so big. It's bigger than anything we shot so far. Probably bigger than a legal yellow or amberjack. This thing is a huge, and we had to fight it away from 3 Goliaths. And the only reason I think the Goliaths didn't eat it was because it was too big. They were trying to. I saw them like nibbling at its tail. They chased it all the way to the surface. Good thing Jake was there to help fend them off and rip that sucker up. But yeah, this is an absolute donkey. Look at the size of it. So freaking huge. I'm gonna try to show you how I get this thing in the fish bag. We're running out of room, so we're gonna have to figure something out quick or just shoot smaller fish. But I don't know if that'll happen. Today's so epic. Yes! What happens when you shoot gigantic fish? You have to go head this way. Because the other heads are the other way. Running out of space, bro. This is so sick.
Got room for another one that size in there, buddy.
Bro, there's another one down there. Holy crap. Oh. Got another remora stuck in here.
Bro, when you just picked that thing's head up, I realized, like, oh my God, that thing is giant.
Oh, let me get rid of this remora. Look at this guy.
Be free!
Look at this guy. Yep. Yeah, he's probably just sticking to the ski. All right, let's get situated and organized. I don't know what it is, but I love showing you guys when I fail. This is towards the end of the day. Was not expecting this fish to show up. It would have really added to the kill bag if I was able to spear this fish, but I was not expecting it on this dive because of the way the dive was going. Make a drop to the top of this structure, totally different area. And there's some bait fish around, there's some kudas, and eventually there's some schools of, or it's a little school of yellow jacks that come through. And I'm just doing a ton of grunting, hoping that the yellow jack comes in, maybe an African pompano might be with them. And again, especially since it's a little later in the day, I'm really hoping that something like that comes in, or something pops its head out of the wreck, either a dog snapper, cubera, mangrove, or even a grouper, but nothing really is showing itself at the moment. So I just decided to hold my ground, drift across this wreck, and for some reason the current really started to pick up. Like I said, this day was really weird with the current, with the visibility, And you see the viz got a little bit better on this spot compared to the other one. And the area was only maybe a couple miles difference. So you really never know what you're gonna find. If you don't like viz in one area, go ahead and switch spots. And this mutton snapper popped out, gives me such an easy shot. Now I don't really like taking those quartering away shots. I'd rather them be full broadside, and that's a prime example. They're so darty that they can almost sense you pulling the trigger on your spear gun. So they dart the opposite way and dodge shafts all the time, and that's exactly what happened here, and I'm a little disappointed in myself.
I like this style.
How did I mess that up?
I don't know.
You saw me?
Yeah.
You saw that mine?
Yeah.
Ah!
I was like, dude, what the fuck you do?
How did I miss that?
I was trying to ask.
Oh my god.
You guys, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day for now, but I'll see you guys back at the ramp while we punch in. But what an epic day. I'm so excited I was able to take you guys with me. You! All right, I'm going to put this GoPro in my mouth, and I'm gonna give you guys my vantage point from filleting these fish, so let's get after it. Here we go. Hopefully you can see. Nice and stiff from the fish bag. Gonna go right there.
All right, maybe you need more light.
There you go. There you go. There's his own. Just like that. Pretty good.
Not bad for a rookie.
Right? I hate skinning these things.
Yeah, I always cut through it every single time.
So annoying.
Gotta go back and trim it.
I'm probably gonna have to do that with this one. Oh, dang, boy. Look at that.
Yeah, nice job.
Don't mess around.
That bigger one must have had some thicker skin, dude.
Yeah, must have hit it. Got the bloodline. Bang, bang. Scrap. Look at the size of these steaks, dude. Holy crap.
Good, dude.
I couldn't hold me chop that off. Good.
Yellow Jack, I feel like, is so
Yeah.
underrated.
Alright.
That was a discussion I had with Ben and Paul on their boat. They were saying that they think Yellow Jack sashimi is better than sushi. Oh, bro, Jack, how you gonna miss all that, dude?
All that.
All that heavy,
No.
boy.
It's like maybe a centimeter. That's why I shoot them big, so we don't have to worry about it. Shoot them big, so you don't have to.
Oh yeah, all the small fish, I have to get every inch.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I feel like when I shoot a little mangrove. I'm like, I'm getting every piece of meat on this guy. through that. Go through these pin bones. 1, 2, 3. 4. Uh-oh. That fin messed me up. Uh-oh. There it goes.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's a good one, huh?
You like the small kudas?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Those are the only ones I feel safe eating.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I kind of messed that up a little bit. Careful. Good?
I think great. You got so bright that it messed up the shot?
Oh, you tell me. How's it look?
Oh no, that's what you want.
Yeah. Try not to go too far, like down. Shit. That's usually what you have.
Yeah, that's how about every single one of mine ends up. You gotta go back and trim it up a little bit.
That's so annoying. There you go. There's a bone right there. Alright, good. One bag, one YJ.
One YJ bag.
Damn. It almost fills a whole gallon bag.
It does. It does.
Whew. Let's go.
Welcome to my kitchen, and you guys, I'm gonna go over the giveaway that I have. It's gonna be an incredible opportunity for you guys. Some of you guys know that my boat is in the shop and needs some severe repairs and some love. I'm a full-time teacher, so I don't make enough to really have a nice boat. So I have what I have to get by, and it has some overdue issues that need to be repaired. So I decided to start a GoFundMe. That was the best way, and a way I wanna give back to you guys who donate from the generosity of your heart is everybody who donates any amount goes into a raffle that's going to be drawn when I get the boat back, and you are going to have an opportunity to do a local spearfishing trip with me, all expenses paid. And then the top 10 donators are going to be set aside into a separate raffle, and winner of that one are going to get a all expenses multi-day Bahamas trip with me. So I really wanted to give you guys some incentive. I really appreciate everybody who's already donated, and the link will be in the description below. Feel free to participate. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine. I'll still keep bringing you guys content because it's something I really enjoy doing. Now let's get into this feed. So what I've done is this is the yellow jack, and I'm gonna throw some seasonings in there. We have some hot chili infused oil, teriyaki sauce. We got some black and white sesame seeds, and this is the main ingredient, some sweet chili pepper sauce. I'm gonna throw everything in here and mix it all up. Got some of this, teriyaki sauce, this sweet chili. Give it that little sweetness. You guys can use any type of flour you want. I'm gonna use some almond flour just because I like to keep a little bit healthy. And I'm mixing all this stuff just so the almond flour has something to stick to. And I'm gonna lay everything nice and evenly, and then I'm just gonna coat everything on top once I'm done. And I have this pan right here with some avocado oil,
ready to heat up. All right, it is go time. This stuff going in the pan. Nice and little sizzle. Now I'm gonna make sure I cook every side of this, make sure I coat every side of this, and then I'm going to cook every side evenly because you want to get them nice and crispy. I wish I had some, honestly, like maybe regular flour would be better, but I just like keeping it healthy, and this is all I have, so that's a problem. Guys, this is my first time making this, and it smells so freaking good. It is cooking up perfectly. I love it, and I'm just finding random stuff that's in my house. I've just looked in the drawer, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make some kind of Asian cuisine. And then I have these frozen cauliflower packets from Aldi that I throw in there. They're rice cauliflower, so this is gonna kind of go on a bed of rice. Super healthy meal. It does have a little bit of fried, but it's all healthy oil, avocado oil, almond flour, and then just a little bit of seasoning. So it's something you can do at home and worth a shot. And again, I'm just experimenting with this. I have no clue how this is gonna turn out, but it smells so good, and that's a good start. This stuff is cooking pretty quickly. Look at that. You wanna make sure it's like golden brown on the one side. I don't know if it's because it's almond flour and it cooks a little differently, but everything seems to be cooking like the same throughout, so that's a good sign. Yeah, turning everything, have that nice little quarter-inch layer of oil in there, which seems to be like the perfect amount. We'll flip these guys. And also the heat, it's on medium, like medium low, because you don't want to cook it too high, it'll burn, and that's never good. But after I'm done with these, they're gonna go right back where they came from. These things are just about done, and the way you can tell, you find the biggest piece, and then you see if you can push, and it pushes right through. So that's when you know it's ready. Gonna go ahead and take it off, and I'm gonna dump it back in that bowl. Now these things go in. All right, everything is done. Look at that. Looks delicious. Now it's time just to do the final touches. Gonna get some more of that teriyaki sauce. Make sure that thing is on. Put some more of that teriyaki. A little layer of the sweet chili. I'm gonna mix it all in it. And I think as I eat it, I'm gonna mix it in there. Some of the sesame. And a little bit of oil. Now, just a little bit of a mix. I don't want to go too crazy and take the crunchiness off of the. Good enough. All right, I'm gonna let this cool down and give it a try. All right, taste test time. Let's see how it turns out. I got a little bit of cauliflower and some of the fish on it. It is freaking hot, but better that than cold, so. God, oh my God. This is so freaking good. Holy crap. Holy smokes. I'm gonna show you these ingredients. And this is it. Some sweet chili, some teriyaki, kikkoman, and then some hot chili infused oil. That's it, no other seasonings, and that is unbelievable. You guys, if you enjoy these kind of catch and cooks, let me know in the comments below. I kept it extremely simple. I just got home from the gym, and this probably took less than 30 minutes for me to make. But do me a favor, comment below if you like this kind of stuff, or if you like the extravagant meals, or if you like just in the woods, camping and cooking on a fire. I'd love to hear from you guys, so drop them down in the comments below. And then also remember, the giveaway is live. Once I get my boat back, that's when I'm gonna do the drawing. So if you're interested, feel free to donate. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And if you guys enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing. And like always, I will see you guys next week for another adventure. Later.